Hello everybody! Welcome back to Kate Rebel's Realm. This is my gaming channel. Thank you so much for coming back to see the next video. This is going to be about the North Throne faction. I am going to discuss the stories of all of those heroes, starting off with today's video number 1. Okay, so let's get into the North Throne faction. I am going to start off with just doing the epics, so we're going to read his story. And I also wanted to remind you guys that I haven't read these. I think I'd only read a handful of them, so I really don't know what I'm getting into, and I think that that's fun. So we're reading them for the first time together, and this is Fins for Hire. Ooh, is this gonna be smutty again? We're hoping for it. The first question many have when they come across Harpoon leading the armies in Fort Blacklast is what a Gilman is doing so far north, miles away from his homeland to the south of Maternia Jungle. The second question is usually, why is he pointing his crossbow at them and grinning? Like most Gilman, the descendants of a tribe of humans cursed for their love of piracy and turned into amphibious monstrosities, Harpoon is opportunistic and driven by an innate bloodlust, making him a natural pirate. Born 30 years ago in the swamps of Maternia Jungle, he was raised in piracy, striking fear into the hearts of those living along the coast of the merfolk of the seas surrounding them. On one raid on a merfolk shrine deep underwater, Harpoon's crossbow-armed clan was destroyed, with his fellow pirates captured and executed. Somehow able to escape, Harpoon launched himself out of the water onto the deck of a whaling ship. Sailing north to hunt frost whales, great amphibious leviathans that loomed over the north and provide enough meat and oil to feed and pay a town for a whole year. Harpoon traveled with the crew, yet before long his boredom, bloodlust, and desire for chaos grew insatiable. He killed off different members of the crew, leading them to blame each other as he fed on the corpses of the dead as they were distracted fighting one another. By the time they arrived in the north, half of his crew was dead, with Harpoon turning the heads of a few of his victims into a necklace. Immediately after Harpoon disembarked, he went in search of the whales to hunt, but was himself hunted instead by a frost tribe. He was bound with prisoners from Fort Blacklast and about to be cooked alive before King Har's men rode into the settlement and freed him. So grateful he was that he swore to serve him as a whaler and warrior, leading King Har's army with his cunning mind while helping to feed and protect the fort with his unique skills. Brutal yet strangely loyal, he is surrounded by mysteries as thick as the ice of his new home. But can he be trusted? Harpoon! Bad. Bad Harpoon. Bad. Oh my goodness. I mean, he's a warrior pirate. What do you want from him? We're gonna go on to Miden now. I bet she probably has a really lovely story. We love the healers. They're always just so angelic and cute. Bomb of Light. Miden, known by various names in various languages, is the divine incarnation of nature's healing light, constantly fighting against darkness, as her name implies, the bright side. The mystery of the god's origins makes a goddess like Miden especially difficult to introduce, but the simplest way to understand it is as a projection of the enigmatic god's will in the eternal shrine, an ongoing belief that all things are spiritual and that there are gods in charge of all things. Despite this image, she is more akin to a warm spring sun shining on blooming flowers, a shimmering light reflecting from dew after a rainstorm, a rainbow signaling the arrival of peace, or a ray of sun leading travelers out of the dark cave. She appears in the world wearing a golden robe and a golden mask. Miden's followers believe she wears a mask because looking directly into the healing light emanating from her face is as blinding as looking directly into the sun. Others believe she does not have a face because such pure and radiant beauty could never be seen in mortal form. Because knowledge of the god's origins has long been lost, it is impossible to tell where Miden came from. However, there must be a being like Miden as long as there is light, and she is merely as a personification of that entity. Similarly, if light exists, it must have a perfect dance partner, which is darkness. As a result, Miden's role is to spread the eternal shrine's healing light and to carry out the god's will to defeat evil. Miden, despite her great responsibility, prefers to meditate and caress her crystal faith with ethereal and calm grace. Perhaps she understands the regularity of the world in a way that no mortal can. She understands her role in Taya, which is to bring the light that waxes and wanes with the darkness. Regardless, she will follow the nature of the healing light, dancing with the darkness while healing and assisting those who are cared for by the gods. Miden, well, that was a breath of fresh air after Harpoon's little travesties. Estrid, we're gonna change pace back to a good old fighter. An axe to avenge. Estrid was born in the Arctic tribe of the Storm Islands. In other words, a storm-born woman. She is tall and muscular, stronger than a man, and a skilled warrior. Striving for a life with her people in the harsh environment on the Storm Islands, she scorns the easy life on fertile lands. In her generation, her family had declined and submitted to the rival tribe. They had remained only a few ancestral houses near the large house surrounded by trees. The king of the powerful rival tribe noticed Estrid and demanded to marry her. Estrid's weak family was unable to stop it, but had to follow the order to set up the wedding site. On the wedding day, a gray-robed old man, rumored to be the incarnation of the storm god, came uninvited and left an axe stuck in a tree. The crowd recognized that it was the long-lost legendary battle axe that was crafted by the giants and once belonged to Estrid's tribe. The rival tribe wanted the axe, but none of them could pull it out until Estrid did. This aroused the jealous rage of the rival tribe. They forced Estrid to give it in and even went so far as to brutally kill the rest of her family. Estrid resisted desperately. She managed to escape with the axe and soon started her journey of revenge. Well, is that it? So you just were like, I would rather have this axe than my entire family? But I guess your family's tribe was very weak and you weren't really able to help that, even though you were strong and you were about to get married off to whoever that guy was. Could have been a bad situation. They didn't get into that too much, but you had the opportunity to take an axe that could maybe bring back your name for your tribe, even though your tribe's now basically dead. I don't know, Estrid. I don't know if you made the right decision there, but Vorith, again, I am literally going to comment on how cool all of the characters are. Like the character design is crazy. We got Veins of Frost. The chieftain of an Arctic tribe leads his people the life in the isolated ice field. They believe in ancestors, advocate force, enjoy the thrill of combat, and regard death in fight as the greatest honor. A decade ago, he took in with good intentions a wizard who was banished to the ice field but got tricked by him, resulting in heavy casualties among the tribe. Vorith blames himself very much and has hated outsiders and magic ever since. He is determined to take revenge on that wizard. That was the most hollow story. What am I supposed to get from that? Who's the wizard? We need the lore. We need to know which wizard from which faction did you dirty. Or at least if it's one of the, evil people we fight in the game, who knows? Is there a wizard that's not a person? Is there a wizard that's not a hero that you can get in the game that's just like evil? Oleg! Oleg is a beast in this game. Reclaiming honor. A nobleman of the Holy City, the former Divine Punisher, and a battle-hardened veteran. Many years ago, in order to win the war, Oleg and his team were sent to the Immortal City to find the way that can turn the living into the undead. The mission was failed due to his arrogant actions. His friends died trying to save him. Oleg was devastated. When he returned to the Holy City, he was resigned from his position as the Divine Punisher and started spending his days drinking. Later, by chance, he discovered that the friends were actually alive, but in the form of undead living in the Immortal City. With a renewed sense of hope, Oleg once again put on his armor and took up his weapon, vowing to reclaim the souls of his friends. That makes me like Oleg more. He's like, I'm so sad. I messed up so bad. I was arrogant. My friends are dead. I'm just going to drink at the local pub. I'm sad. I'm just a big sad guy. Wait, my friends aren't dead? Huzzah. I'm going to reanimate them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe, like, comment, tell me what you want to see more of. I'm really excited to be joining into this community, so I just want some people's support and conversation just so that I can know what to do and what you like and everything like that. I personally really like these stories. I think they are so much fun. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. This has been Kate Rebel's Realm, and I'll see you at the next video. Big beast energy. Okay, well, that one was lackluster. He's a cute puppy, so I use him and I like him.